So we're closer here, y'all. Don't forget. Let's get it. Go out and get it. Today, I want to talk about conspiracies, one in particular in the rap game. And this one is about 30 years old, a little over 30 years old. Now, of course, being a Dallas guy, we love conspiracies. We love conspiracy theories. You know, we're the capital of that. This one, I believe, has legs. And watching a podcast done by a few members of the Bone Thugz N'Harmony, just a groundbreaking rap group, I believe, you know, what they were doing then is kind of a massive part of the foundation of the MC styling that you hear now. Now, they're obviously very talented, and their podcast is outstanding. The subject of one of these podcasts, and I saw this a few years back, was this conspiracy where they were, along with other individuals in the rap game, in the industry, summoned to a meeting where in the whole tenor of this meeting, okay, had a very, very sinister undertone to it. They were grilled, if you will, and given instructions when they went to the meeting. Once they arrived at the meeting, everyone at the meeting was told they couldn't leave or talk about anything they heard in the meeting. And the reason for the meeting was a group of investors in private prisons had summoned prominent figures in the rap game to this meeting to encourage them to push gangster rap, and really only gangster rap, with the idea being that this influence of gangster rap would cause more young people to commit crimes and act gangsterish, thereby filling prisons and making their private investments in their private prisons much more profitable. That's pretty sinister. All right, now, what evidence do I have? When I heard this, it rang true immediately, right? They nailed it. And again, yes, I'm from Dallas. And also, I would like to say that, hey, most of my stuff is gangster, but that's really kind of where I'm at with it and the style that I use. Much like Scorsese does gangster movies, you know, that's kind of how I colloquialize and what I'm painting, you know, the picture that I'm painting with my lyrics and the stuff that I talk about. Okay, listen, I'm limited like that. All right, I enjoy it. That's what I do. Okay, but my evidence that this conspiracy was real comes from the existence of one group in particular and their subsequent almost disappearance, if you will, after exploding on the scene in 1992, and that would be X-Clan. Man, I first heard X-Clan, and I heard Brother Jay, who is just an outstanding MC and an inspiration to me. Just love his flow. Wheat bread, toaster jam. Just love his flow. Love his voice. Love his lyrics. The music, you know, tapping into funk, which became a great trend, you know, going forward. When they burst on the scene, I said, wow, this is incredible. This is, you know, for all intents and purposes, the new Public Enemy. They are going to be huge. And their debut was great. And then you look up, and after 1993, these guys essentially go away. You don't hear from them anymore. To me, that's not a coincidence. You know, their stuff was super positive and historical. You know, I guess it was too much red, black, and green for them. You know, if you follow along and know what that means, okay, it was too positive. All right, which again, we're storytelling. I think there's room for every kind of storytelling, but I believe this conspiracy theory to be legit. Props to the guys from Bone Thugz, man, for their contributions. Just again, stylistically, wow. You know, those guys were phenomenal, and obviously some intelligent cats too. You know, in listening to them talk, you know, these are bright cats, these are smart guys, and I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan, and agree and believe in what they said on that show. I think it was real. Now, we're 30 years into it, and what action can be taken? Well, if you're an artist, you know, crank out some positive stuff. You know, I do what I do because that to me is what I'm trying to colloquialize. Okay? When I talk about, you know, the things that I talk about, you know, being heavy and all this kind of stuff, which, by the way, being heavy means packing. But again, this has always been something that's been very interesting to me, and I do believe it. I think the Bone Thug guys nailed this, and I've seen the evidence myself. This is Joey Flosa. Get out. Let's get it. Take on your day. And if you get a chance, download my single, Let's Get It, on all the available platforms that y'all use out there.